Do you know how many self-published children's book authors that don't ever even get to make $1,000 from their children's books? It's too many in my opinion, and we need to change that. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 4 steps that you need to take to make your first $1,000 from selling your children's books that you self-published. And none of this includes running ads. So you don't have to worry about losing copious amounts of money in order to make your $1,000 from your children's books. And if we've never met before, hi, my name is Harley, and I'm an award-winning self-published children's book author and illustrator. After 3.5 years in the publishing game and publishing 3 books, I have turned this into my full-time job. So yes, I am a full-time children's book author and illustrator. I'm living the dream over here, and I want you to do the exact same thing. So go ahead and hit subscribe down below so you don't miss a new video. And if you ever feel stuck and you don't know where to start with even publishing your book or writing your book or looking for an illustrator or literally even like marketing and selling your book, anything that you are stuck on in your self-publishing journey, I can help you with. I take on clients all the time, and I do one-on-one sessions where we can go over your marketing strategy, your selling strategy, how to set up your business for success, and literally everything in between. And if you need help at any point in your journey, go in the description down below and book a one-on-one call with me, and I can definitely help you out. And before we get into the meat of this video, I want to thank my 2 newest channel supporters. Thank you so much to Nana and Mary. I really appreciate you guys becoming channel supporters, and your support means the world to me. So thank you. All right, now let's get into the video. So the first part of this 4-part process is you need to lay your foundation, which is you need to get your first sales. So I know a lot of us self-published children's book authors believe that publishing with Amazon KDP is going to be the end all be all, and that is how we're going to make the most amount of money and the most amount of sales from our children's books. But if you've never watched any of my videos before, I'm going to let you know that Amazon isn't the end all be all. It should not be the holy grail that you are searching for. It should not be the destination. Like that shouldn't be it. There's so many other ways that you can sell children's books without relying on the Amazon algorithm. And I'm not saying to disregard Amazon entirely. No, you need to keep Amazon as a part of your ecosystem, but there are other ways that are way quicker than Amazon, and those will help you get to your first $1,000 from selling children's books. So the best and most effective way for you to sell the most amount of books in a short period of time without using any ads, and if you don't have a social media presence at all, like you've never even posted on Instagram once in your life, you can make money doing this. And that is by going and vending at in-person events or doing in-store pop-ups. I know a lot of us authors are more on the introverted side, and I totally get that. I mean, before I even started posting on Instagram or Facebook or even like YouTube, I didn't want anybody to know that I was the author and the illustrator. I was just like, I want people to know and love my character and my books for what they are. I don't want my face to be shown at all. Now, I literally can't even imagine where my business would be if I didn't show my face and I didn't put myself out there. And that goes for in-person events like craft shows, farmers markets, festivals, and bookstore signings. Those have been the most effective ways of me selling more books. That is a huge part of my marketing and selling strategy. And I do it all the time, year over year. And I try to do more in-person events with every passing year, because the more that I get my books into hands of other people, the more that my Amazon sales go up. Because I hand out like promotional materials at my in-person events. I always have something with a QR code on it that goes back to Amazon. Hold on, let me show you. So this is my latest and greatest little promotional marketing material that I had printed with Canva. And if you didn't know that Canva prints bookmarks and like business cards, they do. And I just learned about it like a few weeks ago. So thank you so much, Canva, for doing that. But every time I have somebody buy one of my books, even it's from like me in person, I always tell them that I have all of my other books on Amazon. And then this QR code links directly to my Amazon. And I actually made a video talking about how you can make one link for all of your Amazon books, and you can earn affiliate commission from this one link. Check out this video right here and watch that. Or it will be linked in the description down below too if you don't want to click off of this video, so you can watch that one next. But I have them linked to this one link. So that way, if they want to buy more of my books, they can go straight to Amazon and they can buy more of my books. And then on the back side is a QR code that goes directly to my website. And if you watch any of my other videos before, you know that I'm a huge proponent of offering lead magnets and free valuable resources to your target readers, such as free coloring pages, free activity pages, free teacher lesson plans, like literally anything like that you can deliver to them digitally. Have a QR code on your promotional materials that will link back to your website, where your books are also listed on your website. And when they sign up and get these free valuable resources, which are your lead magnets, they get signed up to your email list, so then you can further market to them with all of your other books. So you're seeing how this is connecting. This is like one of my new favorite little tricks that I added to my in-person events. And the more in-person events that you do, the more sales that you're going to end up getting. You would be amazed at how many people want to support local authors, especially if you want to do more in-school visits too, and like having people order your books from doing school visits is another way that you can make $1,000 from your children's books. So now that we've laid the foundation and we know where our sales are going to come from initially, and if that is something that you want to do, I highly recommend you do in-person events. I can guarantee you, you're going to make sales. One of my clients just started doing this, like she published her first book, Bria, if you're watching this, hi Bria. And she's been selling so many copies of her first book that she only published like 30 days ago just from doing these pop-up events. So if you don't believe that you can do it, you can do it, I promise. And also super quick, I offer some free resources that you can download in the description down below. I've got a free Instagram content planner. I've got a free marketing guide for children's book authors. That one's a really good one. You should definitely download that one. And I have a free book launch team checklist. So go in the description down below to download those. I know they will help you out. So the second part is growing beyond one book. So most self-published children's book authors that don't make $1,000 ever in their publishing career only publish one book because they just give up way too quickly and they don't even grow it into a sustainable brand. So if you have one book and you're selling it in person, you're selling it at markets, events, craft shows, bookstores, all that, if you publish another book and you're selling it at these in-person events or in-store pop-ups, your average order value for selling your children's books is going to go up because you have another option. Because if somebody is interested in one book, and if your book subjects are related and they complement each other, the likelihood of them buying both of your books is very, very high. So that just means you're going to reach your first $1,000 in children's book sales that much faster by just having more titles. You can even add in like stickers. I highly recommend getting some stickers manufactured. I give out my die cut stickers, like they're just individual little 2-inch die cut stickers. They're basically like water bottle stickers. I give those away for free. I just offer them to kids that are like looking at the books and their parents are behind them and they're not really saying anything, or like, you know that they want to talk to you, but they're just kind of hovering. I always offer a free sticker. I'm like, hey, would you like a free sticker? And they always say thank you. And then they always proceed to look at my books longer. And 50% of the time they end up buying a book, if not 2 books. So incorporating like stickers to complement your books, to sell your books further, adding on another title. You could even go so far as getting plushies made. That is something that I did. You can see my plushie right there. I also have a video about how I got my custom manufactured plushie done, how much it costs, all that. That video is going to be linked in the description down below. And by adding all of this merch, you're actually visibly growing a brand, and people can see that. People comment all the time on my booth setup and like my merchandise and my display. And they're like, wow, you actually have a whole brand here. And I'm like, yes, I do. Thank you. It just looks that much more impressive. It also promotes literacy a lot better because kids are going to be more inclined to read your books and learn from your books if there are complementary items involved as well. All right, and then part 3 of getting to your first $1,000 in children's book sales is growing your author ecosystem. So I've mentioned the author ecosystem a little bit before in the beginning of this video. But what I mean by that is by diversifying where you're going to show up. So you're going to show up in person, you're going to show up in stores, you're going to show up on Amazon, and you're going to show up online on different sites. And the first thing that you can do, and I highly recommend this because if you're somebody that's like not super into social media, I totally get it. Social media is a lot, and especially with anything when it comes to like growing a platform, it's a lot of work. Believe me, I get it. I've been doing this for years. It's a ton of work. So if you don't want to start by doing that, you can just start by simply starting an email list that you can then further market your books to the people on your email list. And the really cool thing about an email list is once you have your email list, you're not fighting an algorithm ever. You can send these marketing messages directly to your targeted readers whenever you want, at whatever time you want, and you don't have to worry about a gatekeeper. And remember, I mentioned this QR code that leads to my lead magnets, which lead to my website, which leads to my email list. This is what I'm talking about. My email list is connected to this QR code because if somebody scans this QR code, they download the free coloring page that I offer to them or the free activity pack that I offer to them. They're going to get put on my email list. I just send them like nurturing emails once a week. I let them know if I have a free ebook download. I let them know if I have a new book. I let them know about anything. The more that you do this and the more that you nurture your list, the more that people are actually going to get connected with you and your stories, and they will in turn go to your Amazon listing and buy your books or even read it on Kindle Unlimited. Either way, you are making money from your email list. And the bigger that you grow your email list, the easier it's going to be to have a successful book launch, have a successful Black Friday sale, have a successful promo sale. Building this as part of your ecosystem, I believe, is super beneficial. And remember that free marketing guide that I talked about like 2 minutes ago? Yeah, that basically tells you the first step in how to grow your email list using free printables. So go in the description, make sure to download and read that through. So now we're at part 4, and that is scaling past your first $1,000 in children's book sales. After a while, you're going to realize like, hey, if I can sell $10 worth of books, I can sell $100 worth of books, then I can sell $1,000 worth of books. You can grow past that. It's dependent on how much effort you want to put into this and how strongly you believe in your books and in yourself. This is really just a mind game. I think anybody that talks about like building business will tell you it's all about like what's up in here and how actually determined and motivated you are and how willing and able to sustain all of this from the periods that you don't have any sales or you're actually losing followers or you're just investing too much money, you're not seeing any back. Believe me, like that was me in the first year and a half of my publishing career. Like I was just sinking money into my books basically and all the merch that I was buying and all the in-person events that I was signing up for. I was sinking so much money into this, and now this is my full-time job. So if you can stick it out, if you can stay strong enough to be consistent and take those daily actions, that will add up. I know you can blow right past that $1,000 in children's book sales. So just to recap, how you're going to make your first $1,000 in children's book sales is you're going to first build a strong product. So that means having a book that is marketable, it has a good book cover, it has a good title, it's overall appealing and has a nice message. It is going to be much easier to sell that way. The second is you're going to get yourself out there. You are going to do in-person events. You're going to do bookstore signings. You're going to do story times at schools. You're going to get yourself out there. That is going to be the fastest way for you to make children's book sales without spending $1 on ads. 3, you're going to add more books to complement your other books, or you're going to add more merchandise to grow your brand and increase the average order value from every customer. And 4, you're going to keep building your ecosystem. You're going to keep offering free digital downloads. You're going to offer free valuable resources. You're going to offer free activities. You're going to grow your email list. You're going to post on social media, and you're going to continue to show up wherever you can. And that is how you're going to blow right past that $1,000 in children's book sales. And I promise you, if I can do this, you can do this too. I am a one-woman show, and I know that you're probably a solopreneur as well. And I know, you can definitely do it. I have total faith in you, and I know this is really, really hard. Believe me, I get it. But if this is something that you really want to do and you really want to grow your children's book author brand and you really want to grow I would love to invite you to my free author school community. And a school community is like a Facebook group, but better. It's where all of us children's book authors can get together, we can connect, we can ask questions, we can brainstorm, and we can help support each other. And once a month, I also deliver a free exclusive workshop that goes in depth over a certain training, and that gets delivered every single month. You cannot find these workshops anywhere else. They're not going to be on Google. They're not going to be on YouTube. They're only going to be in the school community. So go in the link in my description down below to join that, and I can't wait to see you there. And if you're really excited to make this happen and you're so pumped and ready to sell your first $1,000 worth of children's books, watch this video right here, because this is where I go through step by step everything that you need to start selling your children's books in person. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a new video on children's book marketing and publishing.